Hello, boys and girls. How are you today? It's another beautiful sunny day, and I'm excited for our program. We are here for Can You Picture This? Remember how you've helped me in the past? Well, we have another mystery on our hands, and I know you can come through and help me this time. So, the way this works, for those of you who are just joining us, I have some clues. They are pictures, and I need your help to determine what these pictures are pointing to. What are they trying to get us to guess? Here we go. All right, first of many pictures. Take a look. What do you see here? I think we've all seen one. We may have been on one. I have. But not everyone has, and that's okay. If you look up, you'll see them all the time. Airplane. Right, this is an airplane. So, if we were going to go somewhere, especially if it was kind of far, we could take an airplane. So maybe we've got someplace to go. We also might be going to pick somebody up at the airport, because the airplanes have to, when they go up, they leave from an airport, and when they come down, they land in another airport. So maybe we have to go pick somebody up who's flying on an airplane. Maybe, would a grandparent be coming to visit? Or are your cousins coming for the summer? I don't know. Or are you or are we going somewhere? I thought this was just way too beautiful not to share. But this is just another picture of an airplane taking off. And it could either be in the evening when the sun is going down, or it could be early in the morning when the sun is coming up, because these clouds are going right through the sun. It's a beautiful picture. So, whether you've been on an airplane or not, our first clue is an airplane. And we live very close to an airport. Stewart Airport is right here in Newburgh. So, airplane. I have something else to show you. Do you see this? What is that? It is really very intricate, which means that there's lots and lots of detail. And you can see mountains in the background, and this looks like it must be on top of, either it's on top of another mountain, or it's in a position to look across and see these mountains. It's high. In the picture, it looks like this is actually higher than these mountains, but I think it's just because of our perception of the depth. But could be. This is in Germany, and it's a castle. Could you imagine living in a castle? Now, I am going to try, and that is the best anyone can ask. This is Neuschwanstein, or Neuschwanstein. Neuschwanstein? I'm not sure, but that is the name of this. I believe it's the name of the castle. If anything, it's the name of where this castle is located in Germany. Anyone who knows, you are certainly welcome to correct me. But I just thought, take a good look. Boy, oh boy. That'd be really fun to play hide and seek in, right? Except, I don't know if anybody would ever find you, or it would take hours because it's so big. And I just wanted to show you another one, because they look different, but they are both castles. And this one is Abbeyglen Castle in Ireland. Abbeyglen. I thought that was really very beautiful as well, with some beautiful flowers and gardens. So, castle. Maybe we're going to Ireland or to Germany, and we're going to tour beautiful architecture. You know what that is? That is the design of a building, whether it's a home or an office or a library. But you can look at the detail on this one too. It's not as ornate or intricate, but it is beautiful. So imagine if you were standing up here, you could see far. So maybe we are going for a tour and we're going to check out castles in different countries. Ooh, that would be fun. Have you ever been to a different country? All right, let's see. I have another clue. So let's recap. We've got airplane and castle. So I don't know if someone's coming here, although I will tell you we do have some castles, some castles nearby. Have you ever looked out onto the Hudson River and seen Bannerman's castle? It's on Bannerman's Island. You can see it from the Newburgh side. There's not as much of the building left. It has crumbled down. There was an accident, and there's a whole history there. You can visit, or you can look it up. You can come to the library and look it up. So castles are here. Maybe somebody's coming here and they want to take a look and tour the castles that are in the United States. That would be kind of interesting. Well, I have another clue. Are you ready? You're going to know what this is as soon as I show you. It's a little guy. Squeak, squeak. Well, you know what I can tell you? This would most definitely be something you think you'd find in here. What is it? It's a mouse. It's a little itty bitty mouse. And then, just because he's kind of cute, here's another one. This one's darker. This one's almost black, or a very dark gray. This one's lighter gray, or maybe it's the way the light shines. I'm not sure. But airplane, castle, mouse. So, let's say we had to take this airplane. You and I were going to get on the airplane and go somewhere. And I guess where we're going has a castle. And how does the mouse tie in? Do you know of a place that we would go on an airplane? There'd be a castle, and it would have a mouse. Wait. What if the mouse looked like this? Does that make a big difference? Who is this? Actually, there's two of them. Who are they? Do you know? Hear you. I don't hear you. So who is this? Mickey Mouse and Minnie. Mickey and Minnie. And where can we find Mickey and Minnie? What's the name of that big place? Disney! So for those of us who live here in New York, usually, but not always, usually if you're going to visit Disney, many people do decide to take an airplane. I have flown and I have driven there, so you can drive. Now, we have Disney in Florida, which is still on the East Coast. So we're in New York on the East Coast, and you would go south to Florida and Orlando. But then there's also a Disney in California. You could drive there, but that actually takes longer. So you might want to fly if that was an option. Either way. So if we're going to Disney, then our castle looks like this. This is Cinderella's castle at Disney. Isn't that gorgeous? Talk about intricate design. It does look somewhat like this castle. Maybe that was inspiration for Disney's castle. I think that just looks fantastic. Do you see all that? And sometimes they'll do shows out front or down on the steps. I even think some folks can go inside, although I never have. So when we're at Disney, what are some of the things that you think about? Well, first of all, Disney's friends, right? So there, of course, is Mickey and Minnie, but who else? These are the most popular of Mickey's friends. There are so many characters that are at Disney. I couldn't even begin to name them all. So I'm going to stick with the ones here. So we have Minnie and Mickey, Goofy, Daisy Duck and Donald Duck, and Pluto. Do you know those characters? So you would see those characters walking around Disney. You would see lots of things with their pictures on them. You might find specific rides that they are featured in. You might be able to go to shows, and it could be Donald Duck's famous, I don't know, he had nephews. He had 3 nephews, Huey, Louie, and Dewey, I believe. Have you ever gone on a roller coaster? This is the 7 Dwarves Runaway train, maybe? I might not be saying it correctly, so I'm sorry, Mr. Disney. But look how cool. You can see the castle in the background, and that's a different angle. I think that's the side of the castle. This is the roller coaster, and they're going around the corner. Roller coasters are fun. But if you don't like to go that fast, here's another one of their famous rides. It's a Small World. And you can go in this ride. It's in a boat. You would sit in a boat and go very slowly around and get to look at a lot of displays from different countries. So here's an example that I thought was a really nice picture. So here's the boats, and you would sit in the boats and go through and look at this is, let's see. I'm not positive. It looks like it might be a little colder. Oh, that's really beautiful. Look at that balloon, that hot air balloon. So that's a lot less action, so to speak, than a roller coaster, but a lot more to see. So that's really neat. Now, this is a fun ride. Have you ever seen this or done a ride like this somewhere? This is the teacups. And the concept is, well, this looks like a cup, right? A cup and a saucer. And you climb in through here, and there's a wheel in the center, and you turn that wheel, and then you can spin. You can see everybody is reaching in at the wheel, and it makes the teacup spin. Some people like to spin really fast, and some people like just to go a little slower. That looks like fun. And then I saw this, which whenever you go to Disney, there are folks who walk up and down the streets and the alleyways selling things. And if you ever wanted to get a balloon, you could get a Mickey Mouse balloon. I just thought that was really neat. So you have a clear balloon, but inside is another balloon. And that balloon is in the shape of Mickey and his ears. Look at how beautiful they are. And this is how they walk around with them in one big bunch, and you hold on to that bunch so it doesn't fly up into the sky. And if you look really close, what do we see? It's the castle in the background again. Castle is very iconic, which means when you see it, it represents Disney. You recognize it, most people do, right away, and it makes you think of Disney World or Disneyland. Have you ever sung the Disney, or I should say the Mickey song? When I was a kid, I used to watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Now, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is a cartoon. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside. I used to watch it with my kids. But when I was a kid, the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse was not a cartoon, it was people, children. And they would wear their mouse ears and they would sing a Mickey Mouse song. They would actually, in the song, spell out Mickey Mouse. Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? MICKEYMOUSE, Mickey Mouse. Right? Yeah, that's what I remember. So, what do you think of when you think of Mickey Mouse and Disney World? This was so exciting. We went to Disney. There are so many people that have never been to Disney, but do not fret because I'm going to show you a few things. Books. If you haven't been somewhere, you can do some research and you can take out some books from this library that would tell you about Disney and the different attractions. Now this is a book called Walt Disney, the Man Behind the Magic. So if you wanted to learn about Mr. Walt Disney, who was a real person, who created the Disney theme parks that we have now, you could read about it. And there's Mickey. This is written by Tamra Orr. And I just think it's really pretty neat that you can learn about Disney and you can see what was he trying to do. And there's the Mickey Mouse ears. So, also, if you're interested, I thought this was beautiful with the drawing of Mickey Mouse. And this book is, where is it? Where's the name of my book? You can see it's not on my cover. Walt's Imagination. This is the life of Walt Disney by Doreen Rappaport. I do not make films primarily for children. I make them for the child in all of us, whether we be 6 or 60. That is fantastic. So, there's Walt Disney. And these are called, these papers that you see are called storyboards. And back in the day, before we had computer animation, people would actually have to draw everything and then put them up almost like a comic strip on a board in order to tell the story and to give an idea of what kind of pictures and images they would draw to create their story. This looks like it's an awesome, awesome book. And I love the pictures. Really well done. So let's see. Let's do one more. Here we go. Another picture. You'll have to check it out. So what if you just wanted some fun Disney stuff? Who doesn't want some fun Disney stuff? 5-minute fairy tales. So look here. This is Mickey dressed up as who? Do you know this fairy tale? Well, this looks like a big old beanstalk. So Jack and the Beanstalk. That would be just one. Here is Minnie Mouse, and it looks like she might be Little Red Riding Hood. So if you were to take this book out, you would be able to learn about 5 fairy tales. Actually, it's 5-minute fairy tales with all of your favorite Disney characters. This is, let's see, by Disney Press. Disney Fairy Tales. What if you really enjoy Minnie? This is Minnie-rella, which is sort of like Cinderella. So Minnie must be the Cinderella character. And look, here's her prince, Mickey with Pluto. This is written by Lisa Ann Marsoli, Minnie-rella. And last but not least, Race for the Rigatoni Ribbon. You see Mickey? And he is in a race for the Rigatoni Ribbon. This is written by Sherry Stoner, adapted by Sherry Stoner. Look at that. They are racing. Lots of different Mickey books. And that is just the beginning. There's tons of different ones. And you may want characters that are not related to Mickey. You'll have to take a look. So I hope that you had fun. Oh, wow. Listen, if you can't actually get to Disney, we'll bring Disney to you. Enjoy. Always keep your smile. And I do hope I'll see you. The library is open. Come on down. Join us. Take a look at our new calendar online. That will tell you about all the different events that are available. Enjoy this beautiful weather and keep reading. Thanks for your help. Bye, everybody.